Well, this issue has been a little bit like the frog in the warm water that's beginning to boil, and we're getting to a boil. And once this decision is made, we've lost this area. So now is the time to act, because once it's gone for good. Now's our chance to act.
The GGNRA is a much beloved open space in this major urban area in which recreation, including dog walking, should be protected and not restricted. On April 23rd, nearly 1,500 dog owners marched at Crissy Field to protest the Golden Gate National Recreation Area's recently released proposed rules restricting dog walking in Marin, San Francisco, and San Mateo counties. If put into place as planned later this year, people who enjoy these lands with their dogs will find themselves shut out of many of the places they have enjoyed for years, including all or part of Crissy Field, Baker Beach, Land's End, Ocean Beach, Fort Funston, Marin Headlands, Muir Beach, Oakwood Valley, Milagro Ridge, and Rancho Corral de Terra. Crissy Field Dog Group, an organization that has been working to protect recreational dog rights and promote responsible dog ownership for 15 years, believes the proposed rule is a setup for failure and cannot be effectively enforced. If this plan is put in place and is successful, it could eventually lead to the elimination of all types of dog walking in the GGNRA permanently.
Because the area is so big and the services and the topography so grand and so different, I mean, it has to be there for everyone, whether it's a dog walker or a kite flyer, whether it's a bird watcher or a picnicker.
We need your help now more than ever, and ask that you mail a comment letter to the GGNRA before their May 25th deadline, or submit a comment via the online comment submittal form. While many of us send in comments in prior phases of this process, they need to be updated and reiterated because the GGNRA considers prior comments to be incorporated in this proposed rule. It is critical that we express our continued and increasing concerns with the proposed rule. And unfortunately, this is not as simple as signing a petition. The most effective letters are simple personal accounts of where you enjoy walking your dog and how the proposed rule will impact your current use of your favorite place. Here are some of the major concerns that we hope you incorporate into your letter. Please use these talking points as a guideline and express your own experiences and circumstances. Dispersion. Under the current proposal, there would be an 80% reduction in areas for everyone to walk their dogs throughout the GGNRA lands. They want to reduce the current 22 areas for off-leash dog walking down to 5 areas. We think the GGNRA is wrong, that people won't go to a new place if the proposed rule goes into effect. Explain how the closures will affect your daily routine, how you will have to go to another location to exercise your dog, including how you may have to drive further away from where you live to access recreation in the GGNRA with your dog. For example, people walking their dogs at Muir Beach or Homestead Valley will no longer be able to walk their dogs off-leash under the proposed rule and will have to get into their cars and drive 45 minutes to Rodeo Beach to walk their dogs off-leash. If such a long drive means you won't be able to use the GGNRA to exercise your dog, make sure you let the GGNRA know that. In San Francisco, East Beach at Crissy Field is proposed to be closed to dogs, and Central Beach will become congested with the overflow, especially since nearby Baker Beach is also proposed to be closed to dogs. This will create more not less conflict. And what will happen to the dogs? People will migrate to the already overcrowded and strained city parks in San Francisco. And people in San Mateo have no off-leash areas under the rule and will migrate to Fort Funston, where the GGNRA has proposed to close up to 60% of that open space area, creating again more conflict. Commercial dog walkers. The CDWs should be allowed under the rule as they are a much-needed resource for everyday working people who need their CDWs to walk their pooches while at work. If you are a dog owner who uses CDWs, you need to let the GGNRA know that they are an important resource and you should write a comment letter with your concerns. Unattended dogs. The restriction on unattended dogs is impractical because visitors will be unable to use restrooms or any other activity to be momentarily unattended. It's very unrealistic. How can a person go to the bathroom at Crissy Field where their dogs are not allowed in the bathroom and then not allowed to leave their dog temporarily in the car? Unfair enforcement. The rule allows the GGNRA to shut down more dog walking based upon the action of a few bad actors. Enforcement should be based upon promoting good behavior and education, not punitive additional closures. There is a big concern that the GGNRA superintendent can unilaterally shut down additional areas. Spot checks. The proposed rule gives park rangers and park police the authority to stop anyone with a dog at random and ask for proof of rabies, dog license, and to demonstrate immediate recall if the dog is off leash. We think that this is an unnecessary use of authority and can be considered as disruptive and interfering with the public's use of these recreational lands. Safety issues. This rule creates potentially unsafe conditions for dog recreation. In Marin, Rodeo Beach is the only off-leash option and has dangerous surf conditions and is not easily accessible to the public. Marin County trails. The network of existing fire roads have been relabeled trails, further restricting off-leash dog access for all trails. Under the proposed rule, Rodeo Beach is the only off-leash area in Marin. San Mateo County. No off-leash areas have been identified in the proposed rule. The GGNRA has not established a proper baseline of current conditions and any significant impacts that would not allow dogs off-leash. The GGNRA has not provided any justification for not allowing dogs off-leash in San Mateo County.
Sometimes am troubled by those that seem to think that in an urban area that you would somehow restrict access to particular groups, because I think that flies in the face of what this recreation area is all about.
Submit your letter by May 25th and email to or mail it to Chris Lenhertz, GGNRA Superintendent, Proposed Rule for Dog Management, Building 201, Fort Mason, San Francisco, California, 94123. And be sure to include the RIN-1024-AE 16 number on your letter and envelope, so the GGNRA and NPS knows to count your comments as part of this process. Thank you. Your voice really matters.